This is another little hobby of mine that over the years I've collected some very interesting things. Just little things that you can't find anywhere else. Unique things. This little gun, actually there's a pair of them. There's one here and one here. These are what's known as, in the United States, they're called click boom, where you click and boom. And they're a cap gun. This one is a cap gun, but it's also it's got a flare gun attachment, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to see if I can fire one of these off. The deal is that I bought these about 15 years ago. This one is gold plated, made in Germany. I don't know if you can buy them or get them anything. This was about $50, and this kit right here was about $75. And this comes with the little gun here. If I can get it out. This is the little gun. This one is your normal size one, but it has a flare gun attachment on the top here. And this one is just your gold plated one. Now the shells for them, I don't know if you can see them real well. They're right here. They're little tiny, very tiny copper cylinders with a tiny half a millimeter pin that sticks out, and those pins right above the barrel here, and these guns break open like the old Western guns, and they hold 6 little shells in here. Now, to give you to show you the difference in size between how big these are, we have to compare it to an American shell. So this is your American long rifle shell. It's a 22. And as you can see, that this is what we use for home protection here in America. I have to admit though, that's not your standard 22 size. This is a long rifle. So that's to give you a size comparison of what we do here in America. But let me light one of these off. And what we have to do here is you have to caulk it. Well, you don't have to caulk this one, but when I pull the trigger, this will advance the cylinder. And as it advances the cylinder, it's going to drop down on that little pin, if you can see it. I'm going to try it about right here away from my ear. You can get an idea of how loud they are. It's just an interesting cap gun, and they don't sell them here at all. Well, that didn't fire off at all. Maybe I didn't put new ones in there, so maybe they're old ones. I'm going to put a couple of new ones in here, and then in the gun, and we'll redo it. Show you how loud it is. Alright, I've loaded up 3 new shells in the gun right here. Those others had been fired off, I didn't know that. But the shells look like this when they come in a case. They come in a little red box, and you open them up and you can see them. These are about 15, maybe 20 years old. They fit 6 to a gun. I'll put that right down here. And before I go on and show you what this sounds like, so I put in 3 new shells. It's a cap gun. On this model, it has a threaded end. And actually fire does blow through up to the end here. What we have is, this is a flare gun attachment. And these are really cool. They actually work really. They shoot them out, I don't know, 10, 11 feet, but they're kind of cool. What you do is you will screw this flare gun attachment onto the end of the little click boom. If I can get it to work. Come on. Hands are getting old here. Okay. Now there's a little flare gun attachment. These right here are all flares. And on the ends, for instance, you'll see an R. That means red. Or another one will say W for white. Now the way these work is that is the charge right in here. You'll take this and drop it into the flare gun. Now, let me get another one here. Like that. That's a white one right there. And once this trigger is pulled, the barrel will turn and the hammer will strike down on one of the shells here, and that will send a gas charge up into here. It will ignite the flare, and the flare will go whoosh. So it's kind of a cool little novelty. It's really well made. It's made in Germany. Like I said, I don't know if you can get them anymore. I bought a whole bunch of shells, six or 7 boxes of shells and extra flares, because I didn't know if you could get them anymore. Now I'm gonna light one of these caps off, and you can see how loud it is. Okay, let's see if I can do it on camera. Let's do this left-handed or right-handed. I want to. As I pull on the trigger, it will advance the not the barrel, but I can't even forget the name of that. Anyway, then the little tiny pin that sticks out of the revolver will come underneath the cap, underneath the this here, and it will listen to this. And that caused my ear to ring. That is a cap gun. Let's do that one more time. I've got in an extra couple shells, so we'll go one more time. Okay, cover your ears. We're going to go click, boom. Now that's a cap gun. My ears are still ringing. Let's see, put this up here. So that's when a gold plated, it's 24 karat gold plated, which it shouldn't have been, because the residues in the caps themselves cause they cause corrosion. But this is what the caps look like up close. If you can see them, they're little teeny tiny. Oh, there's a box of them right there. And here it is with the flare gun attachment. That's all, it all works. That's just one of my hobbies I had, collecting kind of neat little things that you don't see every day in America. Okay.